Hello, I'm going to make a Blender tutorial and a tool tutorial. Hey, so we're gonna make a custom model with hooks, import it into the tools, add textures, and see some more stuff. All right. So first thing we do, we're gonna set up a model here. We're gonna import this cube. First important thing to do is transform or triangulate. I think the tools doesn't work well with the non-triangulates, although it's worked, but not always. So we triangulate that, and now we add a, well, first we UV unwrap it. It's already UV unwrapped apparently. I don't know why Blend does this. I think it's an automatic thing. It doesn't matter. So now we add a material name. This is going to show up in the tools. So we're going to name it something different than what other models might have in the tools. So it doesn't conflict maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to do the custom, Doomguy custom, new model. Sure, new model. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now we're gonna add hooks. So we're gonna do a plane. We're gonna rotate that so it's like that, and then we're gonna edit and again triangulate, but this time so we can make a triangle. So delete that so it's a triangle. Now select everything, do Shift S. I think it's selection to cursor. Yeah, selection to cursor, so it's centered. Now we scale this down all the way. All right, now that we have a, now that is a hook, so we're gonna name that. I'm gonna name it like this, name or hook 1. And we're gonna add the material again so it doesn't default in the tools. So we're gonna do decust hook no mat. So we're not gonna add a material to this. This should be invisible. This is just gonna work as the hooks. All right, so now we need to add a hook on each corner of the cube. So we're gonna push that there. So that is there and that's there. All right, so we're gonna put it on the corner first. Now we're gonna duplicate it. So Shift D, escape, and Control move, so it moves on the grid. So there's 1, there's 2. Now we're gonna select them both. We're gonna go to this side of the cube. Shift D to duplicate, escape, Control drag there. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hooks. So we need 4 more for the top side. So we select that again, and we just Shift D, Control, pull up, and there we go. So those are the hooks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hooks. They're all in the corner. So this allows the cube to snap to other cubes or to other models. We're just gonna have to rename these. I don't know if it's necessary to rename them, but we're gonna do what other models have in the tools. So if you open a model and go to, or if you select any mesh in the tools and you go to the matrix tab, you can see somewhere, or anims tab, you can see the hooks that the model have are called hook 1, hook 2, hook 3, etc. So that's it for the setup, really. Let's just see if they all have the material yet. So cube, new model, or we should maybe do we do new cube, or let's do custom cube, custom model. All right, custom model material. Okay, that's better. So now we select everything, the cube and the hooks. We go to export FBX. Let's do my Blender. So now we do anything really. You can do custom cube. That's the name of the FBX. It doesn't really matter. Now we select selected object, so we export only the selected objects and only mesh. We'll do. We're going to actually export this into our project, our custom map project. So everything is inside the custom or the map project, even the FBX. So we're gonna add a folder. Where do we add folders here? Here? Yeah. So FBX is. So we're gonna put the FBXs in the project folder, but we don't need to have them there because we're gonna import them into the tools through the tools, and that's gonna create the .mesh. So we're just gonna put them in the FBX so we know where it is, but it doesn't have to be there. Right, so this is important, selected objects, the hooks and the cube, and mesh. Export FBX. All right, that's it for that. Now in the tools, we go, I have the tools open, so I'm gonna refresh it. We go here, and it should show the FBX folder. I'm gonna show you the folder here. So I'm in recording stuff, data import default FBXs, custom cube is here, but as you can see, it shows import default, stage, custom models, and it doesn't show FBXs folder. This is because inside this folder there's no file that the tools can use directly, so it doesn't populate the folders here. Okay, so if we were to custom models, I have these images for the purpose of the tutorial. So if we were to put a DDS image, which the tools can handle, inside the FBXs folder here, if we refresh, it shows the FBXs because there's a file in there that the tools can use. That was a side note. What we want to do now is import our custom model, our, what do you call it, the cube. So again, we're going to go directly into our FBX where we have the our cube, custom cube. So we select that. So now we're going to import it. It's going to create a .mesh and a .skn, skin, and two materials. One material for the custom model, the cube, and another material for the hook materials. So, okay. Now we wait. And that's it. So at this point, let me just go back here, put this image back, because that was a hack, so the tools could see the folder there. At this point, we don't need, actually, let me just see something. So in here it creates the mesh, okay. So these are the 4 files it creates when we import the FBX, the mesh, the skin, and the materials. And it's in the same folder where we imported it to, custom models. From here, it duplicates some files. So we imported the FBX and the tools creates this FBM folder with the same files that are inside the custom models, these 4. It's the same files. I don't know why it does that. But all this to say, it's safe now to delete this if you want. I'm gonna leave it so I have the original one here, but it's safe to delete afterwards. What we're gonna use or work with are these, not these. Yeah, maybe it's a backup. So we're gonna delete this so we don't confuse ourselves. So there's only one copy of the files. So we're gonna do a refresh, see if the tools complains about something. Doesn't seem like that. FBX is, there's only that there. Custom models, there's these 4. All right, so now we put our cube inside the tools. So now we have our cube, and if we turn on snapping, you can see it down here. You can see the model snapping very, very nicely. Let's just put the speed back down. Yeah, so the cube snapped very nicely. That is very cool. You can make really cool stuff like this. So the place I was talking about to see the hook names, here we go, anims. So you can see the cube mesh, hook 1, hook 2, hook 3. Those are the hooks we named in the Blender. All right, that is part 1. So that is importing a cube. We have a MISC tab here where we could, in the models for the tools, we can change the color. So some models accept UserColor, it's what it's called. This one doesn't, so far. We can change it though by going to the materials. We can see here the materials we named in Blender. So this is the hook material, this is the cube material. So we're gonna open it. We haven't set any material to it yet. We're gonna go into tint, instance, and you only need to select this to true. User color enabled, true. And there we go. We have a custom color. Very cool, very cool. And this color should maintain when you play the game. Some models in the tools won't keep the custom color. Some original models of the tools won't keep the original or the custom color we add. You can check if the tools is gonna keep the color when you play the game by duplicating it here on the tools. If the color maintains, it means that when you play the game, the custom or the model will keep the custom color we gave it. Talking about the original tools meshes. For this custom cube, it automatically keeps the color, as you can see by duplicating it. So this is cool. We can add custom colors to our custom models. All right, now we are going to go back into the material. We're going to disable this because we want to use a custom or a texture. We want to put a texture, not just a color. So for that, we go into our import defaults folder, which, as we've seen, is this folder here with our images. I'm going to show you how to transform any image to a DDS that works with the tools. So we're going to get the PNG. We're going to open paint.net. It's the program I use. You can use any program that saves as DDS. But yeah, I'm going to use this one. So we just do DDS. I'm going to do save. Yes, it already exists. So here we select DXT5. for images with transparency. And if you have images without transparency, you can use the DXT1 here. Right? That's the only thing. Okay, so okay, done. All right, so we have our DDS images. Delete the PNG. The tools, I don't think, uses it, or maybe it can, I don't know. We are going to just hit a refresh. It's always good to keep refreshing the tools and all that. Right, so now we are going to place the image as a texture on the cube. So this doesn't look good, right? It actually looks cool, not gonna lie. But it's just to show you that it's that easy, okay? I'm noticing I had the pivot point of the cube at the bottom. That is because when we exported from Blender, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, because the center in Blender is there. Maybe it's because it has all the hooks. I don't know. I'm not sure about this. But it has to do with the placement of the pivot in Blender. So just test it out and see. Because you might want to have it in the center of the cube. So you can rotate it. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. In this case, it's good to be on the ground, so it's easier to... Okay, so this backdrop is a horizon. That's why it didn't snap there. We're gonna do... What do we want to do? We want to do... Yeah, we want to transform this into a not horizon, so we can place stuff on it. Right. So if you have the pivot on the bottom, it's just easier to put stuff on the ground directly. If it was in the middle, it would be hell. This looks cool, actually. It looks a bit washed out. I think we can fix that easily. Where was it? In the materials, we can do that by changing this here to leaves. Not sure exactly what this does, but it I thought it improved the colors, but apparently not. It usually does. It usually does. Not in this case. You have to mess around with I don't know what, really. In the Materials tab, or Windows, or Window, there has to be some more stuff to mess around with. I'm not going to go into that right now because I didn't even think about that. Anywho. So now we have our custom cube with material. And let me see what else I wanted to talk about. Hooks, material, skins. We're going to talk about skins. So I have 3 images here because I want to add 3 skins to our custom cube. This is useful to use in a plane if you want to have a plane with a lot of different images to serve as skins, to serve as backgrounds actually. So we're going to do that. Right, let's go into our attributes, skins. So default. Let us go into our files, into the files that the tools created. We can see, we're going to ignore the hook material. So this is the custom model material. So if we open it, you can see the same things as through here. So you can see the images here, image 1 DDS, that's it over there, and material leaves there that we change. So anything you change here in the tools it gets recorded into that file, DMT file, which is a model or a material, sorry. Yeah, that is that. For the skins though, the important one, or the main one we're gonna work with is this one, the .skn. So it is directly connected to the tools in a lot of ways. Here, for example, we have a custom, the skin thing. You can see the default skin shows up there in the tab skin. And this is how the tools deals with materials and skins. So for this skin, default skin, it loads the decust custom model matte material. So this file here with all our things. So image 1, right? So skin default loads that material. The material loads or uses this image. That's for skin default. Can delete this commented out line. To add new skins, all we need to do is duplicate that. So we're going to do image 2, and here we're going to duplicate the material file it uses. So we do copy, paste, rename it. We're going to do material 2. Simple as that. Now we open the 2 and we change this here to image 2, which is this image we want to use. And we save. So we just created the new skin. This skin is going to be called image, actually let's do image 2. And it's going to use the new material we just created, so 2. If that's the correct name. Yep, that's 2. Right, so that's all you need to do. And we're going to create 3 just because 3 is always that number. 3, custom model material 3. Here, we get that one, copy, paste. Material 3, open it, change here, image 3. So we have the skin set up in the file here, but it doesn't show in tools yet. That can be fixed with a couple of refreshes here and there. I'm not sure the exact order, but so we refreshed that. We can refresh the mesh. Not yet. So we go into edit skin file. We open it there. This is editing that file we were editing in the notepad. So custom cube skin in the tools, custom cube skin. And you can see we have the 3 ones here. So it's not showing there right now. I think all you need to do is update, yeah. So we update now, click there on the update now button, and now the skins show, and it should be changing skins, right? But this is a tools quirk. So all you need to do is select the skin or a new skin and then go to materials to refresh. Open that. I'm not really sure how to, I mean, with a reload of the tools it works, but there's other ways to get this to work. How did we try deselecting and selecting? If you reload the tools, it will work. I mean, oh, so here we go. So we select image 3, the skin image 3, we go into materials, and it's still material 2. It should show material 3. So if we deselect and select, it shows material 3. Okay, so image 2, material 3 it still shows, so reselect it, material 2. Default, again, it stayed on the old one, now it's the new one. But the skins aren't still showing, so we select it, go to materials, unselect and select, so it loads there, and then open it. And as soon as you open it, it shows the image of the skin. So now we go to skin 3, material, open it, boom. Whoop. All right, we now have 3 skins for our custom cube. Cool, eh? They are washed out, so you're gonna have to deal with that. I'm sure somewhere in the material things, there's got to be a way to improve the colors here. Okay. Let's duplicate these. Let's change the skin. Actually, these look very cool. I like these cubes. So this would be the problem if your pivot isn't on the bottom of the cube. If you want to place this on the ground, you have to do it manually. All right, let's cube it up. Cool. Actually put some cubes on top of other cubes. All right, let's test this. I'm just curious to see the Doom cubes. Yeah, Doom cubes. Man, it's a little bit choppy, but I don't know why. Maybe it's the computer, not the map. It shouldn't. It's just cubes with images. Oh, because I'm recording maybe? Okay, maybe. Right, so there you have it. Custom models with materials. Nothing new at all. Many people have done this, including myself. And many, many other people. Right. What else? Yeah, we changed the skin file in the tools. So our notepad is gonna say, hey, the file has changed. Most of the times it's okay to change. Let's see what it changes here. Yeah, it just adds this node thing. I'm not sure what this is. You can just leave it, right? We're done with the skin. And just check our notes, or my notes, to see what else. Hooks, multiple skins, UserColor. That was a cool feature to find out. Easy to find out, but cool. So, next thing is we're going to use materials from models from within the tools. I don't know how to explain this. I'm just going to show you. So we're gonna do skin. Actually, we're gonna use skin 3. I'm not gonna go through that updating thing again. Right. So we're gonna get a model from the tools. Let's use this one. All right. So we select it. We go to attributes, skins. It has here this, but we don't want that. So each, like our custom model, each skin loads a different texture. And we want to use, for example, this grass on our custom model instead of our Doom images. So, having the skin selected here, we can go into info. And these are the material files this model uses. So shadow cast material, that material, that material, that material. So we want the grass one, it's here. So if we select that and we open this, we can see the textures that model uses here. So We have concrete grass decal, DDS. We're going to try and use that one on our custom cube here. So we select the cube, we go into materials for the cube, and we're just going to change the texture here. So instead of image 1, we're going to do concrete grass decal, yes. Hit enter, and there. We are using the grass from that model in our custom cube. Yeah, it looks like crap, but this is, I think, more usable if you don't have a cube and you have a floor, for example, and you have a custom pavement, for example, and you want to use the floor of an existing pavement. So I'll show you. Pavement. So say you want to use this texture on a custom, for whatever reason, a custom pavement, right? So we select that, attributes, info. Now you have to kind of guess which one it is, but it doesn't matter. I'm assuming all these are because multiple skins, yeah. So just pick one. So museum and floor, we get this one here. Could be. So we select our custom model, we go into materials, and we just change the texture. Outposts, museum, floor, path, a dish. Right. So that wasn't the same texture, but it is one of these skins of this model. Yeah. So yeah, that's another cool thing. You can use the tool's textures in your own custom models. So we are using skin 1. We've changed skin 1. Skin 2 and skin 3 are still the Doom images, but the default one, we changed the image. And that can be seen here in this material. That's the custom model, that's the material, that's the default. Skin default, material decussed custom model matte. That one, decussed custom model matte. So we changed, we simply changed the texture the material uses for that skin. So yeah, that's another cool feature. It actually looks not bad. You can make an entire map with just these cubes. It actually looks cool. Or maybe not like that, but you can do that. And with the snapping, that's really easy. Really easy to make cool stuff. And with the snapping, it really helps. Really, really helps. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like perfect there, but you get the point. Even that looks cool. All right, so next, let's see if I have anything else I want to talk about. Multiple skins, tool skins, yeah, that's it. I mean, custom model with hooks, and then adding the texture, and then doing multiple skins, and the user color thing. The user color thing, so because we have a texture, I don't think the user color is gonna do much or anything, or maybe it will, but I don't know. I'm just using either textures or custom coloring. Maybe you can do both. Oh, you can do both easily. Cool. All right, so let's that's not really visible, but on the floor here we can do that one, this one. This is the default tint. So we do true. Oh, cool. That's yeah, that works very well. We can do, yeah, that's sweet. It's cool. We can probably mess around with the alpha. I know we can. This is the amount of color that the cube actually takes. So 255 is the maximum. I know there's a way. I just don't remember. Yeah, it's through the skin editing. So there, edit skin, but I haven't figured this out completely. So if you double click any skin, it shows this thing, and then you can play around, I think, with color and alpha. Yeah, just try and play around with that and see what the hell happens. But yeah, for now, that's it for the video. It's been a freaking long one. Any questions, just ask in the comments.